Draymond Green. And the Golden State Warriors. Then on Thursday, they'll face off against DeAndre Jordan and the Brooklyn Nets. The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers: McCollum the 2 and Hood the 3. Hezonja at the 4 and Whiteside at the 5. And it's Lillard in at the point guard position. And for the Lakers, up front it's Kuzma and Davis. Green and Rondo in the backcourt. And it's LeBron in at the 3 slot. On opening night, Clark, both teams would love to start off, obviously, on a winning note.
Without question. I mean, setting that winning tone, gaining that confidence that comes from winning, and they all count. Wins today are just as important as wins that you get in March and April.
And the Trailblazers start out with the ball. Rondo against Lillard. McCollum finds Lillard. That fall. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
And when Lillard's hitting the tray ball, it really opens things up for him. As good a passer as he is, he becomes a major headache for the D if he gets hot from beyond. Special. There just aren't many guys like him who can accelerate to the rim and finish in style.
McCollum passes to Lillard. It's good from long range. Lillard's got 6 points.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
And James throws it down.
Yeah, and Rondo just working the ball around there. He loves finding his teammates when they're open in the sweet spots.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Again, the Trailblazers score.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
And you do not want to let him get going early because that can get you cooked.
Now here's James. Five on the clock. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. Launches it. They get the rebound. And that one's good by Davis.
Just so resourceful as a player. Davis gets the job done inside in all sorts of ways, and that's one of them right there, crashing the offensive glass, getting that second chance bucket.
Now here's Lillard. That shot is off target. That makes him 2 for 3. And it's Rondo penetrating, makes it off the glass.
Only one miss in the first 5 attempts, clearly feeling it.
Portland's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. David Aldridge had a chance to catch up with head coach Frank Vogel. And Dave, what do you have to say?
Thanks, Kevin. I expect this to be an inside-out kind of game. This team has a lot of shooters who can really get going once they hit a few. We'll see if they can get on a roll from out there. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Always want to get those threes falling consistently. Here's Davis, and Whiteside sends it back.
And Whiteside takes great pride in rejecting shots. Outstanding at getting his arms up and denying shooters.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. James finds Davis. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Green. That shot, no good. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way.
And although they were the better team last year by overall record, this was a competitive matchup for them.
Guys, they split the season series, and there's always randomness to this game. The unpredictability of it. You win some, you lose some, but they certainly want to impose their talent level tonight.
McCollum, no good.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And looking back, an underrated part of the DeRozan-Kawhi trade, the Raptors also getting Danny Green. Green, one of the better 3-and-D wings in the league, way more than a throw-in.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw drops for Green. And you look at Danny Green's play. He had both ends. Hard to believe the Spurs gave him up.
I mean, over 40% from long range, locked down defensively. Not a lot of flash, but plenty of substance to his game.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Nurkic checked in for Whiteside. Tolliver comes in for Hazonia, and it's Little in for Hood.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Tolliver down low. He's against Kuzma. Here is Tolliver. Little passes to McCollum. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Green. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Nasir Little picks one up.
And one thing you can say about Green, I don't know of too many players who are as dependent on their three-point shot as he is. He needs that shot to be falling for him to make an impact.
Shooting 2.
And the free throw is good, now leading by 1.
And you look at the Lakers desperate to surround LeBron with talent to win now. They have improved, but is it enough to go deep in the West?
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles, DeMarcus Cousins. He's checked in for Anthony Davis. Caldwell Pope comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And Quinn Cook subbed in for Rajon Rondo. And the Lakers, for decades, Clark, a magnet for superstar free agents.
Yeah, and you know, guys, in recent years, more of a mixed bag in that regard. Whether it's the turmoil in the Lakers organization, I think that's part of it, or the prospect of playing in LeBron's shadow. A number of elite players have elected to go elsewhere thus far.
The Trailblazers shooting their first free throw of the night. JaVale McGee's checked in for Green. And Clark, throughout your NBA career, you always wore number 33. How'd you end up picking that number?
Well, it goes back to my idolization of Lou Alcindor at the time, who is now known as Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He was the first big, graceful guy I saw do a little bit of everything in his days at UCLA, and then I digested all kinds of books and stories about him and just really admired his work on and off the court. Because he wore 33, I chose 33.
Now here's Little after LeBron James's miss. The shot from 20 feet away. Little gets the bucket. Lakers trail by 3. Cook looking it over. Pass to Cousins. Knocked away. Now here's Lillard. 8 points for him. There's the pass to Bazemore. Back to Lillard. Beyond the arc. The rebound by the Lakers. LeBron James on the wing. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. LeBron's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. 30 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Lillard, sweet little floater.
I like when Lillard gets a little tricky with it. Outstanding at measuring the floater and dropping it in.
Here is Cook, covered by Lillard. Here is Cook. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Lets a floater go. He gets it in there.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Hey, guys, this is going to be fun now. I mean, we've got ourselves a shootout on tap here.
And a good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. Trailblazers lead by 1. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. The leadership mantle, something that Damian Lillard welcomes. He talked about what that means to him.
A lot of responsibility. When things go bad, people are going to look to you first. They're going to point the finger at you first. And when things go well, they're going to give you the credit. So I think it's just a balance of those two things, being willing to be that guy and being excited about it. I think you got to have fun with it.
Right on the money as always. Lillard has excelled in that leadership role.
I mean, he plays with so much confidence and composure, but also it's the way he includes his teammates and gets to know them as individuals that makes him a franchise player.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And taking a look at the Trail Blazers' performance, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
Just stretching out the floor that first. They had the defense scrambling.
And you know what? That's what happens when you establish your three-point game early. Puts the defense right up against it.
On the court right now for the Trail Blazers. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. Damian Lillard out there with Kent Bazemore. And it's Little in at the 3. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, DeMarcus Cousins suffered an Achilles injury, and it was a major setback for him, but it was also an eye-opener. Cousins said, any given day could be your last day playing, and all the celebrity, all the fame ends. My love for the game has grown, but at the same time, I want to be more than just a basketball player. And Kevin, challenges can put anything into perspective.
Thank you, D.A. Cook, the pass to Daniels. Passes to McGee. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. McGee's got the lead up to 3 now. It's for Los Angeles. Pass to Collins. Back to Bazemore. He kicks it to Lillard. A fader. They grab their own miss. And finished off by Collins.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
That time I thought he did it with authority. Tremendous putback at a time when they really need it.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Some changes for the Lakers. Anthony Davis, he's checked in for Cousins. Kyle Kuzma comes in for JaVale McGee. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Cook. Portland also making some changes. Hezonja, he's checked in for Nurkic. Hood comes in for Little. And McCollum subbed in for Kent Bazemore.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And, guys, I think each team knows they can win this game, just a matter who can catch that momentum.
And it's Lillard missing.
Even with every shot clanging off the rim, he seems determined to keep hoisting up these 3. It might be time to get inside of that arc.
And Kyle Kuzma, a late pick in the 2017 draft, but he's shown that he's as strong a prospect as any.
Yeah, flew under the radar as a prospect, but came in with a very refined game and was an impact player early on. Has already started to expand his game. Should see an even bigger role as he develops as a player.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good, Kuzma. A go-to scorer's mentality for Kyle Kuzma, Clark. He's got a wide array of shots at his disposal.
Well, I don't know if there's a more versatile scorer as a young player in the league than Kuzma. He's got the turnaround jumper, the sky hook, step backs, drives it aggressively. Boy, he has got a lot in that book bag of his.
Clark, what would your dream backcourt look like? If you were going to design one, what would it look like?
Well, they'd have good size and athleticism, somewhere in that 6'3 to 6'6 range, and the ability to make plays for themselves and others, and also be very solid at the defensive end. You think about some guys that would fit that bill. I look at a guy like Malcolm Brogdon, who really gives it to you in multiple ways as a backcourt player. And I like the scoring of Damian Lillard.
Agreed. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. Kuzma's got 4 points in the quarter.
You know, body him up all you want. It doesn't bother Kyle Kuzma. He's got great competitive spirit and skill.
Hood dishes to Lillard. Over Rondo. Count it, and the Laker lead has been cut down to 1 in the bucket from Lillard. Lillard's got 14.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Pass to Kuzma. The shot. Trying to get open, it's Davis. And again, it's the Lakers.
You know, once Kuzma has the position he wants inside, he does his thing fearlessly.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. Some changes for the Lakers. James comes in for Green, and it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in for Troy Daniels. Anthony Tolliver, he's checked in for Portland. 1:31 left in the second quarter. Hood finds McCollum. Over Davis. Portland no good that time either. Right side, good.
And the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
Davis, the pass to LeBron. Shot from 12. Here's Davis, fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
And, you know, got to admire the patience inside from Davis. Outstanding at staying under control, taking his time, and burying the quality shot.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
One shot.
And that one falls for Anthony Davis. On the trade for Anthony Davis, a risk for the Lakers, but they feel, Greg, that both sides will find an extension this offseason.
There is mutual interest from both sides. Lakers made the trade confident Davis would resign. A bit of a leap of faith, but the Lakers did everything they could to secure Davis long term.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
James looking around. And the shot goes in. LeBron's got 8 points.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And here's McCollum. There's the triple. And he beats the buzzer. Wow!
Yeah, that's just an amazing play to get that ball off in time.
I agree. I mean, and to have the composure to lock in and get off a shot he feels confident about, that's good work.
And that'll do it for the first half. Game time. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Terry Stotts. Coach, it's a hard game so far. Going into the second half, what will you tell your team?
just got to compete. Keep competing, trust each other, and make plays.
All right, Coach, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. A competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. Some good action during the period, as it was just a one-point game at the end of one. The second quarter was a tight battle, but they were the slightly better team. Not by very much, however. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
Well, they showed a lot of discipline on offense. Called some high percentage plays. Even when the defense devised different looks, they always seem to have the answer. That's good coaching.
Shaq, how do you think Portland played?
They did some good things, but not enough. They need to start being more assertive. Go harder to the rim. Generate some free throw opportunities at the very least. Do something.
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye,
Goodbye.
Kenny. Goodbye. Go to Kevin Harlan.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. And for the Lakers, they're shooting 65%, an outstanding offensive display from them. Green and Rondo in the backcourt. Up front, it's Kuzma and Davis. And it's LeBron in at the three. That's the group starting the second half for Frank Vogel. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. LeBron's got the first points of the third quarter up on the boards for Los Angeles. McCollum against James. McCollum feeling it out a bit. Over James, and the basket by McCollum. McCollum's got it all tied up now for the Trailblazers.
And that's an element McCollum brings to their offense, the ability to drain the outside shot. It stretches the defense and makes them keep bodies on the perimeter. He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Now the pass to Lillard. It's Hezonja in the corner. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Well, you got to really get into Hezonja's airspace because he's looking to pull as soon as that ball hits his hands.
Left side, Davis. And Whiteside sends it back. And that'll be the Lakers as it goes out of bounds. Lakers retain possession. And the Lakers making a change here. Cousins is checked in. Portland also making some changes. Nurkic checked in for Whiteside. Collins comes in for Mario Hezonja. And it's Kent Bazemore in for Hood. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And there's the call on James. That's his first foul. Cook is checked in for Los Angeles. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Little, he's checked in for C.J. McCollum. Here's Lillard. He's got 14. And easy 2 points on the layup. Lillard's got 16.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
And the 4-year, $196 million Supermax extension signed by Damian Lillard this offseason. Dame Dollar living up to one of his many nicknames, but money well spent by the Blazers.
And still perfect in the second half. 4 straight makes.
When he was drafted, Damian Lillard said he wanted to go to the Blazers with the 6th pick. The opportunity to play right away and be embraced by the city of Portland.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles, JaVale McGee's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Avery Bradley comes in for James. And Daniels subbed in for Danny Green.
Find the lanes. Find the lanes. One shot.
And Damian Lillard says, Greg, win or lose, he wants to stay in Portland. He keeps his residence there year-round.
And talk about his loyalty. In high school, lightly recruited, he ends up committing to Weber State. His senior year, all the big schools come calling, and Lillard kept his commitment. That shows you how he's built.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
Trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Cook.
And let's check out some stats for McGee. A very nice season for him last year. 3rd in field goal percentage and one of the great shot erasers in our game, providing the last line of defense. How about top 5 in the league for blocks?
And it's a pretty terrific feat to finish top 3 in field goal percentage. Just a testament to how hard he works to become the consummate pro. You and I are sitting here watching this game, broadcasting the game. There are a lot of times that the fans can't see how emotionally charged up you are over some of the things you see on the floor, good and bad.
Hey, I love great basketball. Excellent passing, tremendous hustle, creativity on your move. One of the things that really excites me, though, is to see the ball pop and end up in a three-point shooter's hands, and he's able to knock one down because the crowd is able to follow that ball, and the anticipation just kind of rises as it gets to the designated shooter. I love guys going after rebounds on the offensive glass.
That's a great example about that three-point shot, though, Clark. I love that. That's terrific.
Yeah, a big part of this run here has been their ability to score from mid-range.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Bradley drives in. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. Now, here's Bazemore. He's covered by Daniels. Passes it to Nurkic. Here's Little, guarded by Bradley. Little gets the bucket. And now a 12-point Trailblazer lead.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
They came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
Los Angeles calls timeout. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And, Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Davis is checked in for JaVale McGee. LeBron comes in for Bradley. Danny Green, he's checked in for Troy Daniels. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Caldwell Pope. Anthony Tolliver, he's checked in for Portland.
Well, the suitors did jump out full throttle to sign Cousins in this past free agency. Still wary of his health. Ended up having to take another one-year contract, this time with the Lakers. Cousins, though, still hoping to show he's a franchise-caliber player.
Rondo against Lillard. The shot by Rondo is no good.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
And Davis throws it down.
How about the leaping ability of Davis? Easily gets off the ground to throw it down. And he's a quick jumper and decision maker.
Here's Nurkic. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. And the Trailblazers lead by 12.
And even with the big lead, he remains focused on the task at hand.
Yeah, and you know, that is some shaky and shoddy defensive work. They got to tighten it up.
Pick off in midair. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Just 5 on the clock. In the corner, it's Little. And the rejection by Cousins.
You just can't get those kinds of shots past Cousins. When he's in the area, he's really good at getting a hand on the ball.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers, up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, we've got Rodney Hood. Whiteside is out there with Anthony Tolliver. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Hezonja in at the small forward. McCollum, no good.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
Loads it up for Davis and finished off by Davis.
And hard to decide which is better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop.
Tell you what, you wouldn't know they're the team trailing when they're able to pull off plays like that.
Back to Whiteside. Hood up top, guarded by Green. Hood gets the bucket. Hood's got the lead up to 12 now for the Trailblazers.
His mid-range shot is very solid. I mean, for some reason, the defense let him have it.
Rondo finds Kuzma. Now here's LeBron. He's covered by Whiteside. Over Hezonja. A shot by LeBron, no good. Trailblazers leading by 12. Hezonja, the pass to Whiteside. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. Here's Hood. Kuzma with the defensive effort. The Lakers shooting at 51%. Really solid. And Whiteside sends it back. Good on the shot. 16 points for LeBron.
Boy, he's really been dominant in this one. Unfortunately, he hasn't had much help.
Now a timeout called by Portland. And looking at the numbers for Whiteside the last few years, Greg, it seems like his production has come back down a bit.
And for a minute, Whiteside looked like he could be a dominant center but he struggled since his great 2017 season.